We are tier listing all of Inter Milan's kits from the 90s up until the modern day. That's what we do here on Fullest Piece. We figure out which ones are trash, which ones are class. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Pete, who's going to give a breakdown on Inter Milan's history.
Well, on today's episode of Fullest Piece, we're going abroad, Manoli.
Over on our little Italian vacation.
Little Italian vacation, we're going to the Amalfi Coast.
The Mediterranean neighbors.
Yeah, we're going to hit it all, baby. The best way to start is with last year's champions. We're going to start with Inter Milan, Internazionale.
Some of the most iconic kits, man.
A little background here. We're going to start with the history. Founded 1908, following a schism. Also to note, Manoli's an AC Milan guy.
Freshly, I wanted to keep up with Serie A, and I think without realizing, become an AC Milan subsidiary fan, considering the fact that I now own 4 of their jerseys. So
it's only right. So following a schism with AC Milan, and that was because they wanted to accept more foreign players. So the name of the club is derived from the wishes of the founding members of Inter to accept foreign players as well as Italians. Some other interesting tidbits is their ownership has been kind of topsy-turvy the last few years. They were owned by a Chinese billionaire called Steve Zhang. Well, he got a loan for $395 million in 2021. He could not reach an agreement to obviously pay it back or get an extension. So the money that he borrowed from American fund Oaktree, which is a hedge fund, now owns Inter. They're owned by a hedge fund now. Pretty normal now in today's modern soccer landscape. Their kits are obviously the black and blue stripes, and usually either paired with white or black shorts. Their nicknames are known by the Nerazzurri, which is the black and blues, and the Il Bisconi, the big grass snake. So that's why you'll see a little bit of a snake in their designs. Trophy-wise, they've won 20 Scudettos, or Serie A championships. Now they have 2 stars on their crest instead of the 1 star that we got. Coppa Italia, 9-time winners. Supercoppa Italiana, 8-time winners. 3 times Champions League winners, most recently coming in 2009, 2010. And they have won 3 Europa Leagues. So without further ado, our first year we're going to go down is the 95-96 season. And the only reason we picked this one was because of the iconic Pirelli sponsorship starting here.
27 years. I had to look it up to make sure. 27 years they stayed the sponsor. 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago is when they switched off of it. But I think this might be the most iconic club sponsor combo. It's easy top 3, hard to beat. I feel like it just Inter Milan, Pirelli, peanut butter jelly. It just plays.
Italian team, Italian craftsmanship. It is a clean logo. It just works. It's so beautiful. Anyway, this is absolute class, if you ask me.
This is a pretty class kit. This is about as Inter Milan as it gets when it comes to their home kits. Inter Milan we're going to see it a lot throughout these kits. They are another one of those teams that when you don't get too crazy, too ambitious, it usually ends up with a far superior product than when they get weird with the designs. Keep it to the black and blue stripes with the gold accents, and you're going to have a class Inter Milan kit every single time.
Just keep it simple as fuck, baby. And I mean, this is quintessential simple as fuck.
This is where we get a little rough.
God.
At least we know, their away kits don't hit even a quarter as hard typically as their home kits. But this is
dreadful.
This is an abomination. This is an abomination.
Some people might disagree.
Very avant-garde for the 90s.
So, dreadful?
I'm going to say rubbish, simply because this is wearable. I don't agree with it, but it's wearable. I think to be honest with you, I think this 3rd and 4th kit we're about to look at is worse than this. Okay. I think this is rubbish.
Okay.
Honestly, I was just shit-talking. Maybe I looked at it quick. I kind of think this is decent.
It is. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like...
I look quick. I was harsh to judge. It's not great. I need this to be clear. It's not great.
I would tell you this: take away the Pirelli and the Inter badge, and I would have thought this is a Celtic kit. But it's decent. It's decent.
It's not. It's nothing too crazy. Honestly, the shades of green work here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this. We don't have. Only saw action in preseason matches. All right, so this is actually fine. It's like a kind of a worse version than their.
Wow, you were really about this shit.
No, I was about this shit. I almost wonder if we're being too harsh on this.
I'm telling you, put that thing in dreadful. That thing is dreadful.
We're leaving it in rubbish.
All right.
And that's where we're gonna. I think that's a fair place.
Let's move on. Let's move on, baby.
1996, 1997, we get a new home kit. The tasteful centering. I do wish we got the Umbro Diamond instead of their text. I mean, this is I'd say like wear it out to beauty. I would put like high wear it out. I think.
Yeah, I'd say wear it out. I think there's some better ones that are just a smidge better to put in
I think
beauty. So
it does the same thing as last season, but we went centering this time. Which
yeah,
I love this. I think this is good.
decent.
Decent, like high decent. This is like teetering on wear it out. They keep it right with the colors. They usually do well with their white away kits. I feel like typically.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't bad.
It looks like overalls, like the snaps of an overall coming through.
What's the text here? I see like it's probably in Italian. I can't even tell what this is.
Yeah. Does it say in the little? No, it doesn't even say in the description.
Honestly, kind of regardless. It reminds me. You know what it looks like? It looks like you got ran over by a car. It looks like tire tread.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Tire tread.
Maybe. I honestly, I'm throwing this in wrong. I think this is worse than last year's away kit.
Yeah. This is worse. It just looks like overalls. Like I just want to snap them overalls.
Yeah, not great.
So now we're moving on to 97, 98. So big name player comes through. The R9. Young Ronaldo comes in, lights Serie A on fire. This is like prime Ronaldo. The two Ronaldos I think of the R9 at Inter, and I also think when he was in Real Madrid as a Galactico, I think of that one. And then obviously his time when he was on the national team. This is a beauty. I think this is a beauty. The wash mart there, for the Inter badge underneath the Pirelli, you could see. I kind of wish the centering was there, but it still works.
I'm usually pretty against when you do the like embossed logo like underneath. I actually think it works here.
Yeah, the watermarks.
Yeah, the only thing that would have made this better is probably like in this lighting, it looks incredible.
Yeah,
I would probably have said this is class if it went full centering. Easy beauty though, without a doubt. I do think this is a beauty though. This is a gorgeous.
Really? Oh,
this is a gorgeous away kit.
I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna go decent.
No, I really like this. I like this a lot. Like I said, like when they don't get too crazy, like their colors are so good. Like they have 4 base colors that all work really well together. And when they don't get too outrageous with it, it works and it works well.
I would probably put it in and wear it out.
I can meet you either way. I personally like it's like. For like how the one was like a high wear it out, low beauty, like that's kind of like this is like a low. I kind of put it more in that beauty section, but I think it's teetering for sure.
Yeah, I guess I just this for some reason this kid I just don't feel like, not that I'm a historian here of Inter. I just for some reason I feel like I've never seen this kid before. So
I like this kid a lot.
But all right, we can put it there. Now this is class.
One of their most iconic.
Like it's top. It has to be like top 5 most iconic Inter kits.
I think it's more crazy. I never realized that this was a third kit until we started like doing this. I always thought this was their away kit.
It's just something I don't know why. It's something I guess like the yellow from the Pirelli and the Umbro and the badge just popping off of this like black and like it's kind of charcoal gray like and the blue popping. It just I don't know. It just works.
This is the kit. Like when I think Ronaldo at Inter, it's this kit exclusively. It's I feel like I never think about him in like blue and black or in the white. It's always this kit specifically.
Yeah, everyone always posts like it's always a picture of this. I feel like all the time. Sometimes I see him in the classic.
This picture is like,
that's the one. That's the one I always see all the time of him. It's like on my list of like. If there's kits, like if you were to try to have like a dream rotation of kits that you would want, it's on there. So moving here to 98, 99. So we switched from Umbro. Umbro did a good job. Now we're going on to the real, like, iconic partnership, Nike and Inter. This looks like here that they're using one of the templates. I guess this was coming off of one of the World Cup years. This to me is a wear it out. I love like the deep blue and the black contrasting. It just like really, and the yellow accents on the swoosh and the badge really pop here.
It's good. It even has like you're saying what I think helps to make it pop is there's a slight blue outline on the Nike, which I think is really good. This is like such an iconic Inter jersey. I agree it's in wear it out. This is like, and maybe it's just because of like this design, it works well with the template. Give me this in an oversized fit. I'm slugging beers from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, you are.
This is a good going out with the boys kit.
And you get a little cappuccino after.
This is decent. This is very
Yeah,
plain Jane. It's fine. Like, it's inoffensive. It's just
all the colors
not a
are
ton.
there. In some ways, I could see myself wearing this out. I kind of like this more than the away
I
kit.
Oh, it's better than the awake. I think it's high decent. I think it is high
Yeah,
decent.
yeah.
I see what you mean about being able to wear it out. I'll say this though before we move on. We have a young Andrea Pirlo join my personal. I think probably my favorite midfielder of all time. I love Pirlo. Great,
Yeah,
fantastic. Just the suave, the like he made like I feel like he made football a little sexy, and I'm not saying like as a model, like the way he played.
he's one of those players. I think he's one of those players where it just comes so easy, and like the passes and stuff that he makes, like splitting the lines and everything.
I mean, the chip
There's
in
just a
2012.
yeah, there's just an aura to him. Like I think like him and like Zidane and like just like some of those other like players from that era like always give me that like there's just some they're operating at a different level.
There really was like kind of like you said, like an aura, like a vibe to Andrea Pirlo on the pitch. Like even in his
Yes.
older years, like you just know, like it's like even if he like wasn't as fast or as like nimble as you was, like you know, if you give him that opportunity, he's still gonna put the most
Yeah.
gorgeous pass past you, and it's gonna thread it through 12 people. Like
The,
it's just
yeah.
unreal.
The funniest part is Andrea Pirlo probably is not even like recognized as an Inter guy. He's more of an AC
Oh
Milan. He's more of a Milan AC
yeah,
Milan and Juventus guy. Inter's probably like third, but um yeah, I think
it's
it's kind of
him
funny.
being here is crazy. I highly recommend if you haven't read the Pirlo autobiography is such a fantastic. You could finish it in a weekend if you really just sit and read. It's very short.
Mhm.
It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. 1999, 2000. We're gonna be entering the new millennium. Now this is the home kit. Like if I'm thinking a home kit with Ronaldo, it's this one.
Really?
This is
I
out of all the home kit. I'm talking specific. Look, I think their third kit, that one third kit.
mhm,
But if we're talking home kits, I always think of this one with Ronaldo. I feel like I see the most photos of him in this one. Maybe Inter
maybe.
does this kind of interesting like circular badge here, crest
Well,
instead of their normal one.
it's no, there. It's not. That's their crest. I think the other ones that we've seen has always been in like yellow. This one is like actually highlighting like the letters. The FCIM is all in yellow, but then there's like the round circle. Yeah, like every time we've did it, it's always been like highlighted yellow. This is a little different. They also don't. They also I don't know why they get rid of the star there. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's. I feel like
Like
you always want the star there.
the star signifies obviously you've won at least 10 Serie A titles. I don't know why they got rid of it. I don't know. There's something about this kit that I'm not vibing with, and I don't know if it's maybe the blue, the shade of blue is a little too dark, or
Really?
I don't know if it's from the collar, like there's this shoulder thing coming down. There's something vibing. I put it in a wear it out or decent.
Okay, cool. That's fine. This is a weird out for me. I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure where you're going with that. Yeah, easy. This is a weird out.
I don't think it's not bad by any means. It's just there's something like compared to some of the other home ones we've done so far. I'm just not vibing.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, low decent. This is as plain as you could possibly get with a jersey. This is probably gonna
Yeah,
be their most plain kit.
this is probably they're playing this kid.
Like
Also
kind of
decent.
same. I think it's better, but it's still just decent.
Yeah, just a
It's
plain
fine.
yellow.
I do like the little accents they're going for here on the shoulders, the sleeves.
That's nice. I like that.
2000, 2001. I love the little mock neck they do on this kit.
Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, I like that.
I'm
That's
a
like
big fan of this.
that screams early 2000s for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love this massive paneling and webbing. It kind of reminds me of like flight suits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody
That's like what goes through my head with it.
yeah. Yeah.
To me though, this is like a high decent. It's
Yeah.
almost a wear it out.
I put it in wear it out just because it looked like it looks way better there. I think because it's spread out. I like the color around the mock neck.
You gotta look close. You can't tell in that
Oh,
picture.
that's
There is some
nice.
deep. I was about to give this thing like the white T-shirt treatment, but if you look closely, you
Yeah.
can't even you can barely tell here.
This
but
is a more
there is some nice
in-person.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still say like a high decent though.
Yeah, I still say decent.
orange just feels weird for me in Inter. Like, I don't think it's rubbish. I think it's like low decent.
Yeah, I was going to
Orange just
say
feels weird. Orange
I
feels
would
weird.
I was going to say maybe rubbish, but I don't know.
I wouldn't put it there. I could see like someone like as a fan buying this. It's like, oh,
The
wow,
collar,
that's
you
kinda
know
wild.
what? But the collar's nice.
The collar's gray. Like they don't try
Gray and
to
orange.
force in a lot of blue.
Gray and orange is a color combination that can work.
It's one of those things that if they kind of like really dove in and went like monochromatic badge, I actually bet you I would have liked this a lot more. Or maybe even went like an all gray badge, something like that, or black with like gold, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so 0102. I'm putting this in beauty. I love the yellow trim coming down. I love the black collar. Also, I'm putting it in here because they did win a Scudetto this year. They also got players like Marco Materazzi coming through to help them out. They also have the core of Zanetti, Ronaldo. Even Clarence Seedorf was there before he moved to Milan.
Low decent. I kind of like the little grayish designs they got going on here. There's nothing that upsets me about this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also the orange.
The orange again. Unless there's something we don't know. I kind of think this one's rubbish. I don't like this one that much.
Also, it just says Perel.
Oh, that's definitely a miss. That's definitely just this photo of the kid. Yeah. That's just the only jersey you get for this photo. Didn't have a complete sponsor, probably.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. I'm putting that in rubbish. I think it's rubbish.
I agree.
Moving on to 0203. Also putting this in beauty. They won back-to-back Scudettos. They also got like Crespo and Fabio Cannavaro to join too. I actually really like this. I like the yellow accents where they are. I think this is like the same template that like some of those Arsenal kits that we went over in the Arsenal episode used as well. And I think United also had the same template too. I like this really a lot. So I'm putting it in beauty.
One of my favorite defenders, Fabio Cannavaro, joins this season. Love
Cannavaro. Capitano.
Dude, that Nike commercial is
iconic.
so good. I've brought that up in job interviews before, and like, what's like some of your favorite pieces of media? I'm like the Nike commercial where like you're putting the POV, and then the one every time a player does something insane, they get the whole new fantasy. It's Nike really did kill it.
They did cook.
They cooked. They still do, but the old ones just hit.
Cook so much.
Oh my God. Love Cannavaro.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, a beauty as well. This is like one of the most iconic away kits for me. This one plays, and I'm not a big sash guy. I know why you're looking at me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you. I didn't think you were going to go beauty with this. I was going to just put this in decent. I feel like they've done sashes before that are fine. I think this one's on the lower end of sashes for some reason.
I'll meet you and wear it out. That's fair.
You got yourself your deal, you son of a bitch.
Lock it in.
Oh, this might be dreadful.
You think? I'm going to throw it in rubbish. Because when I looked closer, I thought I liked this pattern. It kind of reminds me of like chest hair. If you look close, it kind of looks like chest hair.
Whatever you say,
down.
my guy.
I'm just saying.
You're putting this on the internet. I mean,
it's kind of weird.
I think that might be the first comparison of a kit to chest hair.
2003, 2004. Honestly, this one kind of is just decent for me. I think this is... I don't like how it cuts. If this went all the way down, I actually would have put this in easy, wear it out. Yeah. But them cutting it off here, I'm not a fan of at all. I think it looks awkward.
Yeah, that's exactly the same point I was going to make. The only thing I will mention about this kit, this is a season where a young Brazilian, and only my Pez fans will remember this. Shout out Pez. Adriano. This legendary Brazilian striker, Adriano, was OP on Pez. I don't know if it was that specific year, but all the Europeans who played Pez growing up, especially that year from like 03, like from 04 to like 07, know how goated Adriano was in that game. But yeah, it's still only decent.
Cool. We're not doing this right.
I was just bringing up that point for the bits, Decent.
This has the same. Yeah, I think decent. I think if it didn't have this, I could almost see you arguing into the wear it out section. I like when they do the bars here, and I'm not a horizontal bars guy.
Yeah,
but Inter seems to hit it when it needs to.
So moving on to 04-05, another Nike template kit. It looks like it's the total 90 kit era. So we're using that template, iconic template. Fighting between beauty and wear it out. I think it's more wear it out. It's not quite hitting the same as a beauty would.
I'll be real, because it's teetering, wear it out, and decent for me. So I think
Mhm.
this is I think we're meeting in the middle on this one. How do you correctly pronounce his name? Because we got demolished in the comments for how he pronounced this man's name. Edgar, is it Davids? I pronounced it Edgar Davids, and I got thrashed. Shocker. We're gonna get.
Look,
God forbid Americans talk about football, soccer. God forbid.
let's get it right.
My pronunciation was trash. I'm sorry.
Edgar Davids.
Edgar Davids joins.
Edgar
Inter.
Davids.
One of his many pit stops. I'm gonna love bringing him up every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go another wear it out. This is just it's the details are nice. I do like this Nike template a lot. I've liked it on the other kits, and it works here. It's just very clean. If I can't tell, it looks like there is kind of some bars going in there.
Yeah, but it kind of.
No, this gets bonus points for me. This is good.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. In this lighting, you can see it best. It's like embossed vertical stripes.
Yeah.
This is another take on that navy one, the really iconic one with some slightly different shades. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's also because of triple wear it out. Any arguments?
Okay. I was gonna say decent because I don't think the colors work as well as the real one, but I don't hate it. So yeah, we can put it wear it out. Now that when you see it on field, that's like the funny difference with some kits. Like when you see it on field, it's sometimes it does slap way better than when you see it just in the still pictures.
0506, we get a slightly similar home kit. I actually think this version is done a little bit better. I like the look of this one a little more.
Yeah,
I'm still keeping it in the wear it out section, but I think it's just a slightly upgraded version.
Yes, I agree. I think that template from last year, like it works, but some of it, just the striping wasn't maybe measured the right way. But this one, I like this one a lot more than last year's. Funny note, they Inter actually got a Scudetto this year, but not for what you thought. Juventus got hit with the Calciopoli scandal, which was like the whole match fixing thing. So that's how Inter won it. Basically, Juventus had to get relegated to Serie B as a result of the match fixing and ref fixing and all of that. And by Inter being in second, they got a Scudetto out of it.
And to add on to it, Luis Figo joins.
Yeah, Luis Figo. He moved from, he moved from Barca to Real, and now he's enjoying like the twilight of his esteemed career in Inter. I kind of like wear this out.
I think so too. Cool. I wasn't sure.
It's cool. It's like the black accents like work here.
The yellow Pirelli makes it. I think
Also
the yellow
iconic.
Pirelli saves this.
Yes, but the black accents with the Pirelli being yellow and the black and blue bar in the middle work.
Little
here.
blue details around that collar are good.
Yeah.
0607.
One of my all-time favorite players. First time I remember hearing his name too in an Inter shirt. Zlatan Ibrahimovic joins Inter as a result of the Calciopoli. Like he joins Juventus in 05, and then they have the Calciopoli scandal, and then he's like, all right, I'm out. And he goes to Inter right after. I actually think this is a beauty. The white collar, the stripes, all being symmetrical and working so well. Like it's a beauty to me. I love it a lot.
This jersey's gorgeous. The little like kind of like higher up white collar. We don't see them do the white collar a lot, at least up to this point.
Yeah.
So this is like a really nice little detail change they did. They also got Patrick Vieira and Maicon this season. What an insane triple pickup for them. That's nuts. Just three obviously, like, Zlatan, like, I feel like is more known for AC Milan. I feel like three pretty iconic players in one session like that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, this is young Zlatan too. Like young Zlatan, he had a tear in Italy. I mean, he obviously had a whole tear because he played most of his career there. But like this stretch, like from 3 years, like from 06 to 09, because in 09 he leaves to go to Barca. But he was killing it for Inter.
He was killing it for Inter, then he killed it for AC Milan. But yeah, just fantastic. Also, I'm not sure if we mentioned, also won a championship this year. So.
Oh yeah, that too. That helps as well.
They're on a tear. They go on a tear for a few years here.
Yeah.
This away kit, though they did win. This one's
decent.
not. I think it's decent.
It's decent.
It's one of their better plain white ones, but
Look
they
at that.
they
That's
played a little too safe. Moving on to 2007, 2008, the club's centennial, 100 years of Inter Milan, and I think without a doubt this is absolute. I think this is the best kit we've seen so far from them. This kit is
best home kit.
pure Inter Milan.
Yes, best home kit we've seen. I would agree. The collar's amazing. I love the striping on the collar as well.
Like, I want this one at some point. I would love this. Get this kit with Ibra. Mwah.
Oh, this is a beauty.
Yeah, I almost wanted to put it class. This is like,
put it in class. I didn't know where you wanted to go. I was
want
going to say it's
this kit's so iconic, man.
Again, when it comes to the away kits, these are some of the away kits I wish I grabbed or wish could find and get like at a good price, because this is like this is so sick. It's the red cross, the symbol of the Inter's home city, Milano. I think it's like the St. George flag. I want to say, I could be wrong, but
it's so good. And also both kits do this. One of my favorite little details. I love just the mark around the crest.
Mm-hmm.
Just like letting you guys know what this is about. Like it's such a great detail. Arsenal's done it. Barcelona's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's just a big moment, having it like kind of like immortalized around the crest like that, I think is also just a nice detail. 0809, once again champions. This is their
fourth.
I believe their fourth. Yeah,
fourth in a row.
I'm gonna put this wear it out. I think it's almost out of beauty. I feel like there's just something missing. Maybe if they went with a collar. Or maybe they did something different with the collar.
Yeah.
There's something missing to hit this in the beauty.
It's very clean. The gold Pirelli sponsorship is a nice touch. Nice gold trim around the sleeves and the bottom as well. Yeah, I agree. I think there's something missing from making this like from here to like up here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either, because it has so much of what I love.
Yeah.
But there's just something. I think the collar is what it is. I think
it is.
Something needs to be done with it. Maybe it's a regular collar. I don't know. Maybe it's a regular neck. The V-neck, I think, is what's kind of doing it. But
yeah,
this is probably their most whatever.
Yeah, this is
like away kit. It's not rubbish. It's just probably the bottom of decent. It's probably the last spot on it.
It's just, very plain. Yeah. This is one where like they probably have like a different color, like a black short or like a blue short, and it just goes better together as a whole combo. But the shirt itself is just plain.
Yeah. I could see this with if they were black shorts. It's actually kind of sick. But I'll give them this though. Their decents. It's not like any of their decents are like close to going over the edge into rubbish. It's just they just aren't. They're just kind of plain.
Yeah.
0910. This is up there with one of my all-time favorite kits from them.
It's absolute class, baby.
It's absolute class. Italian flag detail around the crest, and not only that. They get in some monsters and some what I would consider like pretty much club legends to an extent. Wesley Sneijder, one of my all-time favorite. He's up there, probably like my top 5 favorite midfielders of all time. Joins. You get Samuel Eto'o, who was pretty iconic for his time at Inter,
and the real iconic club legend like Diego Milito.
Diego Milito only joined now.
Milito,
that's crazy. Yeah. I thought he had been there for a few years already.
And what we can't not talk about this kit without bringing up. This is the treble winning season that they had with Jose Mourinho, where they beat Bayern in the Champions League final in the Bernabeu. Milito scores 2 goals to secure the win. I remember like watching bits and pieces of this game, and just seeing him like break away and score. The other thing I think about in this particular year is when Jose Mourinho beat Pep Guardiola and that stacked Barca team in the Camp Nou, and he just tells everyone to shut up. You know, they put the sprinklers on to get him off the field, and he's like, they turned the sprinklers on to wash our blood because we beat them. It's like, it's such an iconic clip. It's so good.
I mean, he's the special one.
Yeah.
I like wear it out after all that. Yeah, cool. I feel like I really we really let it all out just to get here.
The home kit's the more iconic, obviously, but no, this is a really good kit. I like this a lot.
It's good.
It's a wear it out. Yeah, they're the first Italian team also to win a treble. So that's like if you actually think about it, like think about all those crazy AC Milan teams. Think about those Juventus teams. Like the fact that Inter is the first team to like be that first treble winning team in Italy. You know,
Insane.
it's a landmark. So 2010, 2011. So this kind of caps their tear of winning the Scudettos. They won like 5 straight Scudettos. They came in second this year. I say this is a beauty. I like what I'd like to hear is I love like the little like, zigzag like design. It's more like a snake skin type of like stripe pattern there. And I think it's really cool. It's like something different.
I'd say high wear it out, low beauty. So I'll meet you there at like a like low end of beauty. No, it's nice. It's interesting. This works. This is also the most like ambitious they've gotten, I'd say, since we started this episode with their home kits. Their home kits usually keep the bars. This is the start of where we start seeing them get a little funky with the bars in their kits.
Yeah.
After this is their last kind of taste of greatness for a while, because after this it
gets rough. This is by far. I know that the one with the cross is like one of my favorite iconic. This is also up there with me as one of my favorite iconic Inter kits. I love the dragon. The dragon is so sick. It's not even a dragon. It's more like, I think it's a snake. I don't even know. I love this kit. This is like peak. I don't care. You can call me crazy. I love it. I love it. This is art, baby. This is such a cool kit. Ask anyone who was deep into like the FIFA like 2010, 2011. These kits were so fire.
You're convincing me a little.
No,
because I wasn't sure if I liked it.
You want to like it. I know you. You want to like it. You want to be a bitch and not like it. No, it's a sick kit. I'm getting red. It's so good. It's a good kit.
All right, fuck. I'll give it to you.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Oh my god, that was good. You convinced me. 2011, 2012. What a speech, Pete. Oh my god. 2011, 2012. They finished 6th this season. This isn't even the bottom of the pit for them over the next couple of years. Which is unfortunate because I actually think this is a
really nice
kit. This is a beauty. I almost want to put this in like, this is teetering. This might get bottom of class for me. It's just it's so clean, man.
It is so clean.
The small tight collar, the stripes, like the pattern that gets hit it really well. I kind of want to put this in class. I really love it. I'm not going to disagree.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I think this is very clean.
This is also the only season where we see a Mr. Diego Forlan, one of my all-time favorite strikers. He's only here for a year, but the streets will always remember how OP he was in FIFA 12. He was unbelievable in FIFA 12. The 2010 World Cup performance alone.
Yeah,
like put him down as a legend in my book.
He was the only master of the Jubilani.
He got them to send him out the Jubilani early, and he just practiced ripping shots with it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, he got Adidas to send him out the World Cup ball early, and he trained with it because I think he heard that it was going to be kind of weird aerodynamics with the ball, so he got it down to like precision, to know exactly how to strike it, to get good dead balls on it, and get good, interesting spin, like how the ball maneuvered. That's why he tore up the 2010 World Cup.
Wow.
Because he trained with that ball early. It's crazy piece of trivia for you.
That's a good piece.
11, 12. I think I have to put this one in class. I think this is the best version.
Guys, you heard it here first. Manoli putting a sash in absolute class.
And am I crazy for doing it, though?
No, you're not, because it's a very class kit.
I think this is their best away kit by far so far. One of their best kits of all time. This is where the sash bangs.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised. I wouldn't say best of all time, but it's up there. I think the cross one's a little bit more iconic.
This one's so good, though. This just screams Inter.
All right, so moving on to 12-13. Probably one of the lower points and maybe more recent history, I guess, because they finished 9th this year, so not looking good for the Nerazzurri there.
This has been the lowest they finished. Probably in like the last 50 years. Maybe not 50.
I don't know,
but
50 years, but
50 is exaggeration.
Let's just say in the last 20 years, this is the lowest they've been.
Well, no, it's minimum the last 30 years.
Yeah, 30. Okay, there we go.
Because we started in 95.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right.
Which is a shame because this is actually one of my favorite kits. I really like.
I would say this is a wear it out or beauty.
High wear it out. The shades of blue are really good on this kit.
Yeah.
It's plain but simple. It works. I like the thicker bars they do with this kit. Mm-hmm. This is like one I kind of regret not buying years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. I like the collar around here. This is like a more athletic collar, so it's like you don't feel like the polo collar doesn't always feel like you can wear it out all the time. But no, this is good. I like this.
I don't know why this kit is like a very memorable one for me. Maybe because it's just like so like bold and red. I'm not even saying I love it. It's just like I don't know what this kit always kind of like lived in my brain a little. To some
It's
capacity.
probably that's weird. I guess we all have weird kits that live in our brain like that.
I don't know
but,
why. I'm not saying it's great. Like honestly,
to me, this is decent. This is decent. It's probably more memorable because it is red and they don't do red.
2013-14. I lied. This is another one. Along with this, because they went super deep with the Navy on this.
Yes, they did, and that's what's kind
of weird collar on it. I love this.
Yeah, and that's what's really cool about it. I love the Deep Navy. The Deep Navy is like really, I don't know, it's memorable for some reason, and I think it's just because we're always used to like this shade of blue. The fact that they went darker than they typically do is cool.
I'm thinking in the beauty easy.
Yeah, easily beauty.
This is the one I was thinking that I want to go back and buy. Like I love the dark navy hits so well on this. It's just a very clean, classy kit to me. See, like this is like almost in the wear it out space. I like the blue. The details are really cool. The blue Pirelli's nice. This is like the best version of the simple kits they've ran with because they went blue with the Nike and the Pirelli. I like the sleeves and the blue collar trim. I think is really nice.
I'll meet you at low. Wear it out. So moving on to 14-15. A lot of Inter fans didn't like this kit because of the pinstripes and the fact that it wasn't their full-on black and blue stripes. I, a contrarian sometimes, on the other hand, like change. And I think, I'm not going to put this in class, I'm not putting this in beauty, I think this is a wear it out. I like the pinstripes a lot. I think it's really cool. I think it was totally different than what they've done in the past. And I like when teams do the pinstripes. When pinstripes are done right, I know it's a simple thing.
Counter argument. I think it's decent. I don't love the pinstripes. This reminds me of an Orlando Magic jersey.
That's fair. But
I feel like I'm ready to go watch Shaquille O'Neal out of his prime dunk in this jersey.
And break the glass. Like when they put it like that, it looks pretty fucking sick.
I'm not saying it like...
Spin it. We'll do the wheel.
You know what my thing? I'll spin it for you. We haven't done one yet. You know what my problem with this is? It's like this. I wish this was their away kit. I think that's where I stand on this. I wish this was their away kit instead.
Okay.
Not today, buddy.
God, you rigged this thing.
I swear.
I haven't won in so long.
How do you feel about this?
I think this is a beauty.
It's
you know what? Actually, never mind. I take it back. It's not a beauty. It's a wear it out.
It's a wear it out. I don't know. It's like I said. There's something about it. It's almost there for me.
I like this because it's obviously inspired from the other away kit, and I like that. I like the red accents of the Pirelli and the Nike swoosh. It works really well.
The red Pirelli and the red Nike are what's making this for me.
Hand up here. I will tell you this. Hand up. I know I've been a staunch hater of gradients. The gradient works here.
You know what's funny? You couldn't even tell. This gradient is barely.
That's why. That's why it doesn't, because you couldn't tell. Decent.
Good.
This is like, again, 14-15. Like, this is where Nike was like, oh, we're just going to get really basic with the third kits. We're going to make all of our other European teams have the same thing in a different color. Here's a variety pack of all the popsicles we had.
2015, 2016. It's like a return to form.
No one liked the pinstripes. We got our stripes back.
Got the stripes back. This is like as Inter Milan as it gets. Beauty?
I don't know if it's a beauty. I say wear it out.
This was the only ever Inter kit to have a driver sponsor on the front.
Yeah, so Driver, I think, was a subsidiary of Pirelli, I think, which is why they allowed it to happen. It's not a bad sponsor. I think it works with the theme, Pirelli being tires, and obviously Driver.
But Pirelli definitely would have... the driver's hurting this kit more than if it was Pirelli. Like, Pirelli would look a million times better on this. Yeah. That's just... I think everyone will agree with that.
Decent.
They do have this interesting little pattern going on here. Yeah. I think it's like snakeskin.
Yeah, it looks like some type of snakeskin.
I'm going rubbish. Cool. God, thank God. It's not great.
We've seen
the sleeves are atrocious. I don't like what they're doing with the sleeves there.
we've seen this kit from a bunch of the other Nike teams that we've done, and it's the same effect. It's awful. Moving on to 16-17 here. They kind of fall back a little bit, end up in 7th this year. I remember when this came out. I don't know why. I guess I liked it because of the pop of yellow. So like we returned back to those inter kits. I kind of fondly remember when I was like 10, 11 years old. I just don't like this kind of, you can kind of see it. It's like
The
this
ripple.
weird ripple effect. I don't like it. I also think this year, like the Nike template that for this particular year does not work for the inter kits. So it at most is a decent for me.
This was probably one of my least favorite Nike templates that they've ever done. I
Yeah.
remember like a lot of these didn't turn out that good. I don't like the ripple that much either. I think it's decent. I see the bones of what they were trying to make,
Yeah.
but
They did like a better shade of the blue to pop to contrast
Mhm.
more with the black. I think it could have been better.
a high on the decent scale.
Yeah.
This is,
Oh my god.
without a doubt, the worst kit in Inter Milan history.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a single kit worse than this.
Hey,
Like
any
across.
any Inter Milan fan that's watching, can you find us an uglier kit than this? Because this has to be it. This like these colors suck.
Like I get third kits are supposed to be funky, so like I can't. I almost feel hypocritical to say that like why are they doing these colors? But like if you're gonna do it, you need to make sure it works. This just doesn't play. It looks bad. This doesn't even feel like an Inter Milan kit. This barely feels like I wouldn't buy this.
This feels like a Slovenia division team kit.
Slovenia just catching strays. That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry, they have like they for some reason I feel like I've seen them rock them colors like when Luka Doncic plays for the national team.
This is just awful, man. 2017, 2018. It says this shirt was inspired by the Milan skyline.
I don't
It's
like
decent.
this. It's decent.
It's
I don't like it.
it's
I don't like the
decent.
different stripes. It's kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be real. I think this is the worst home kit so far.
Yes, I agree. Worse home kit.
They're treading lightly. I almost wanted to put this in rubbish, but I don't think it's there.
It's not there.
I
The
s-
colors. The
it's not-
colors work. The
The
colors work
colors
too
work. They are getting they got him. They got a little close here though.
well. Yeah, it's decent. I actually know what. Let's put it in rubbish. I don't like this.
I want to put
is
this in rubbish.
Yeah, this is rubbish. This was again that year, like this era, these 2 years where Nike was doing this stupid shoulder design, and
Don't
I
like
just
it.
didn't. I did not like this template. Get this out of
Mm-mm.
here.
I actually think this is decent.
Yeah, this is
Like
actually
low
decent.
decent. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's a third kit. Like this is an acceptable third kit. I'm cool
Yeah,
with this.
like
You
this,
know what I mean?
like this digi camo kind of thing, and these colors actually work. I'm surprised. All right, so going from 1819 here. So in 1819, I think this is like an interesting time because I think like with a lot of the big teams, there's whenever they're always on like a downswing, there's always them trying to rebuild back up. So they brought in some interesting players this year. I think they brought in Raja Nangolan. The streets will never forget. Um, he always had the coolest haircuts, and he could rip a shot from outside the box. Also, they brought in Lautaro Martinez as well, young striker at that point. So far, I like this kid. I think I like the black. I like the gold swoosh. I don't mind this kind of weird fence design or chain design there. It looks like it's
It's
um
supposed to be scales of the snake.
yeah, scales of the snake. So that's kind of what I was figuring there. I say wear it out.
I'll go. See, for me, it gets like high decent. I
Mhm.
don't love if the stripes went onto the sleeves. I think this would be a weird out for me. I don't love that they've been doing this thing with the last couple of years
Mhm.
where they're leaving the sleeves blank. I think it looks kind of awkward to me.
And that's a stupid template.
For me, it's high decent. I don't know if you're willing to meet me on that
I'll
one.
meet you on that. I'll meet you. I'm not too. I'm not too like fight. I'm
I
not
would
gonna
have been
fight for this.
the scales are actually what's keeping it high for me. If the
Mhm.
scales weren't there, I think this would actually have been a lot lower and it would have been a lot more passionate.
Or
about
if
it,
the
but
scales went all the way up.
this is decent too. This is higher decent. I actually
Yeah.
don't mind this. I like the design here.
Yeah, I
like
just
the
wish
scaling.
I wish it went onto the shoulders.
Yeah, like it just would be better if they didn't leave the sleeves plain.
Like Nike, why can't we like make simple design? Why don't we just put it onto the sleeves? Wouldn't that make it look nice?
I would probably put this higher if the sleeves. It's the sleeves are killing this for me. The way it cuts off
Yeah.
this really cool, interesting pattern.
It has a cool, it's
Um,
a cool marble-ish design, and then they obviously have the cross that we've seen in some of the other ones. Yeah, the template's killing it, and it just, I don't know, I don't like the whole gray on gray.
This is interesting. It's 20-year
Yeah.
partnership with Inter, and they
Yeah.
made this kit better than the home kit.
Yeah, dude, I kind of like this.
No,
'Cause
I actually think this play, and this, I feel like the sleeves aren't as apparent here, maybe because like the
Yeah.
design's so wonky anyway.
Yeah, you're focusing more on what's happening in the middle.
It does say they mash up several influential designs from the past 20 years,
Yeah.
front and back. It is interesting because you can tell. So like,
Yeah.
here's this year's home kit. There's the, I believe it was 2013?
2010, 2011, I think was that
Yeah,
year.
you can kind of see them
Yeah.
all, and on the back too, they're different.
Yeah, you see the
different patterns.
pinstripes.
There's,
You
yep.
see- Yeah, it's cool.
This
I
is-
like this a lot.
Wear it out. We're gonna wear it out for this.
Wear it out.
This is interesting though. You don't see kids
Mhm.
like this very often. And I think this execution works, especially for kind of like how semi-ambitious I think this idea is. And I think that's what's nice about
Yeah.
when they do something that's with a team that is where they consistently, they don't mess around with it. They just do stripes for the most part.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you kind of like, there is a way to do this and make it work well. And I think this kind of succeeds at it. Pete, considering you're wearing this kit, I'll let you start.
Yeah, so we're moving on to 2019, 2020. No, this is like obviously the big design change here was to, spice up stripes. Sometimes the stripes can get a little boring. Was to do this diagonal stripe thing. The stripes are restricted to the area around the sponsor. It's kind of cool. I think I remember, and there's a nice cross design on the back too. Scroll down. Yeah, it's right there. Long story short, me and Manolo always give each other kits for our birthdays. I, for some reason, just was kind of blanking this year on what kind of kit to get. And for some reason, this just kind of spoke to me. I think it was just kind of cool. I like the colors. I like the white around the collar here that that this kit has.
It is kind of nice how it like gives a little frame for the sponsor to show, but it doesn't feel obnoxious or kind of like out of place. Like I feel like it really does work on this, where I think this could have been an easy misstep for them, but they somehow like hit the bullseye with it. Like it's cool, just like how well like you can see like how this pattern works. Like,
I say it's a wear it out because hence I am wearing it out.
yeah, I think it's a high wear it out too.
Yeah.
I actually think this is a wear it out. They've never done this kind of teal. This is a weird away.
I thought this was a beauty. I think this
Really?
is a beauty. I love this color. I love the color, and I love the trim pattern with the black and gold. For some reason, this gives me a statue.
I'll go beauty.
This gives me
a
a Statue of Liberty vibe for some reason. I don't know why, but
I don't see that, but
yeah.
I do agree. I can put this
Yeah.
in the beauty. I feel they've never done this kind of like weird little like tealish shade.
yeah. I also love how the badge matches. Like it's the badge is really nice. I like this a lot. I think this plays.
And they don't like force in the navy blue either. Like
No.
they like we're going teal and we're gonna make this. This is great.
Yeah.
I agree actually. I get what they're going for here. I feel like they're trying to make this seem a little more vintage. They're kind of like they have the old Nike logo.
They have the old Nike logo.
This box is very like
This is vintage.
90s.
This is vintage Pirelli.
Yes.
You should know this because you do watch F1 like we watch F1. That Pirelli is like on the hats that you see from like when they do the podiums and stuff.
If you look closely, yeah, no, this is like I'm gonna put this wear it out.
Yeah,
there's some details in this. It's so hard to tell, but when you get up close, you can see like the Inter Milan logo. There's some cool details in this.
Yeah.
I actually like this. Good showing from them.
Yeah, this was a good year.
A triple wear it out. We haven't seen this in a while from them. 2020, 2021. We are in the year of COVID. This zigzag pattern kind of works for me.
I put this in a beauty. I was almost going to put it in class, but I'm just going to put it in beauty. They did win their first Scudetto in about like a decade. So that's why it's high up here. I love the zigzag. The zigzags are cool.
Like, it's a glow wear it out for me. I'll meet you at high wear it out, dude. They won a trophy. They won a Scudetto. I don't like the zigzags that much.
I like the
it's
zigzag.
cool, but
look at it on the field. Do they have any on-field photos?
It does look better on person. I can see though. I see.
No, they won a Scudetto.
I actually don't like this. This is rubbish. I see what they were trying to do. Doesn't do anything for me.
I think if they stuck to one color.
Beauty?
I put it in beauty because this one looks better. There's a one that they did in the mid 2000s, which we said was cool, but to me it just didn't have the same vibe. This is like a copy and paste minus the Umbro. I think this was a little bit better executed than the one they did in the mid 2000s. So that's why I'm going to put it in beauty.
Now this fourth kit,
Mamma mia.
with their new crest. I think their old crest is far superior. I do
It
not
is.
like the I. I don't know
Why?
why
Why
they
change
changed.
it? What the fuck, man? It was so much better. It was
It
so
was
much
so
better.
much better, and then but this is bloody dreadful. Let's just get it out of the way. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is atrocious. The only thing I kind of give this credit for that I think is kind of fun is I like that they went with the up and down Pirelli. They got kind of weird with it there.
Yeah.
Aside from that, this is garbage, and it belongs to Blade. This is one of their worst kits.
This is disgusting. Oh my god.
Give it up for Pirelli. 27 years of greatness.
Is it possible? Can we put down the Sarah McLachlan "I Will Remember You"? I will remember you.
The clip will get. This is their worst home.
This
kit.
is so funny. We have different takes on this.
Oh no. This is their worst home kit. They move on to no. Let me give my argument now.
You didn't know what I was going to say. You assumed.
I'm going to argue Bloody Dreadful, and here's why. One, we get rid of Pirelli, arguably one of the most iconic club sponsors, like club team sponsors that a team could ever have. It was beautiful, and they replace it with Inter fan token. Fuck crypto, fuck that. This is awful. Number two, old Inter badges out, new ones in, and this is just far worse. That's another hit on it. Number three, this snakeskin is atrocious. I hate it. This is dreadful. This is their worst home kit by far.
I convinced you. You did convince me. I like the snakeskin. Look, I wouldn't wear the snakeskin because fit soccer players are wearing it. It's going to always look 10 times better on them than us common folks. But I hear what you're saying. So fine, we can put it in Bloody Dreadful.
Thank you. They needed one. And this has got to be the one.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think about this away kit, considering you like the other snake kit.
The other one was more iconic. This one tries to do the same thing. I don't like it because the snake, it's just weird. Like I don't like how it goes off from around the swoosh. There's no head. The other one had the cool snake head that was like breathing fire out. Like,
so what you're saying is
rubbish.
So no head?
No head.
Oh, that one presented itself so nicely. This is their worst. This is their worst year. This is their worst year for kids by a mile. This is absolutely their worst year.
What the fuck is these colors, man?
This is insane that they thought this is okay to do. Boasts a spectacular design. It's a spectacular dumpster fire of a kit. This is awful. 22, 23. Like, at least the digital bits is like at least like an okay looking sponsor. It's
digital bits is at least is at least a minimal upgrade from the fan token.
From Inter Cash, man. That's so garbage. I actually think this could have been. I would have argued putting this in beauty. It's
decent to me.
I think this is weared out. I actually think this is weared out. I think this is actually a pretty clean design. I think what hurts me is I just miss the old Inter badge.
Yeah, I miss the old Inter badge.
I actually think this pattern works. I actually kind of like the high collar on this. It's kind of this interesting design overlay, like pattern overlay they have on top of the stripe.
I don't like what's around the collar. I think that's what's killing me. I don't like what's like.
I like this kit, man. I think this is weared out. I think it's a little weared out.
I think it's decent. I think it's decent.
Are we gonna spin on this?
Let's spin it. You just
want to make.
I just want to win. I just want to win. Damn it!
I think it's your chance. Wow, dude, you were teetering the edge there.
Oh my god, that's rubbish.
I actually think this is decent.
It's a fucking map. You're wearing a fucking map.
It is a map, but it does kind of look cool.
It's ugly. It's a map. It's a freaking map.
You're not seeing the big picture here, guy. Say you're lost. You get stranded in the middle of the Sahara, and all you have is this jersey. You could theoretically find your way out.
Can you point to the Sahara on that freaking kit? Do you even know where the fuck it is? Don't you Google? Don't you dare Google. No, point out to it right now. Geo guess this right now.
I don't know about you. This kit's kind of rubbish. It's a map. Why would you put a map on here? Exactly. This is kind of rubbish, right?
Yeah. Decent.
I actually wear this. I would wear this out. That's not a bit. I actually kind of like this. I think it takes the teal from a couple years ago. This all yellow actually plays here, I think. I think this is actually
I can see the yellow. All right.
Do you see the vision? Do you see the vision?
All right, I'm fine with this one being in a wear it out. Low wear it out, but can you go back to that kid? Can you please point? Do you not know where the Sahara is? Do a real guess. Just do a real guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have got it right.
I like yay, but well,
it's all North Africa. So moving on to 23, 24. Again, we're changing sponsors. This is like the third straight year we've changed sponsors. So we're moving on to Paramount Plus. Terrible freaking streaming service. I hate how you guys stranglehold the freaking goddamn Champions League. I don't feel like paying for it. And why does anyone want to watch Days of Our Lives during the freaking middle of the afternoon when there's European giants playing? I don't care about the soap operas, and neither should you. Put on the Champions League. Anyway, this is decent.
They were in a similar situation to Chelsea last season where we didn't have a front shirt sponsor from the start, where you can get this kit. It's at my soccer store right now with no sponsor. I actually think this would be a wear it out with no sponsor. With Paramount Plus, it is decent, and that's how we're going to grade it. But it is interesting how much a sponsor can change the look of a kit.
I don't like the Paramount Plus sponsorship, in my opinion.
I will give them credit though. They got to do what Sony did back in the day with Madrid, with Atletico Madrid, where they kind of showed off. They took the opportunity to show off some of their movies. So we did a Transformers kit here. I actually love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. I think that's pretty cool. But I do like that they messed around with stuff like that. For their away kit, I actually think the Paramount Plus works here. And I think it would have worked on their home kit if they just kept it to the Paramount Plus. I like the kind of digi design it goes here with the sash. I think it's high decent.
Yeah.
But I like this. I don't think it's that bad.
I agree with you. I think the Paramount Plus is way better on a shirt than the whole actual logo with the mountain and everything. It alternates, if you notice, the blue and the black alternate from one side to the other.
It's funny, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. The digital is like just what kind of throws me. It's not, I don't really like that. I think it takes away from the kit.
I think it's better than them compromising and just going a straight line. This Inter Milan third kit, I'm actually going to say is a wear it out. I like this a lot. I think this is kind of fun. I don't know why the Paramount Plus plays a little bit better here for me.
It does play this. Cool. I just don't like that sponsorship. I like that they bring back the gray though, the gray tones from the one orange kit back in the day. Yeah, I don't mind the color. The black and orange is nice. I just don't like the Paramount Plus sponsorship. Like I think it's just an ugly sponsor.
Sponsor's bad. Honestly, this was so close. This actually had the bones to be something great. I hate the design over here, the design switch up. I don't think this looks good. I don't like the sponsor, but I love the triple logo we have going here. The Nike, the Italian crest with the Italy logo back with their 2 stars now.
Funny enough, we didn't even mention it. Last year, obviously, when they won, they did win the Scudetto. That got them their 20th Scudetto, so that's why they get the 2 stars. Again, now we've switched on to a different sponsor, Betson.Sport. Like, terrible sponsor. I don't like this thing that's happening on the left shoulder. I like what you were talking about with the swoosh, with the crest, with the Italian badge.
They have 20 years here. 20 years. Very close. It's a very small detail.
It's not 20 years. It's
not 20 years. 20 wins. 20 wins.
20 Scudettos, baby. Get it right.
Yes.
I just don't like how it also goes down to the shorts, which it's something you don't see, and I don't really like it. Like,
yeah, it's a shame too. Like this upper had a chance for greatness. The Nike, the blue and black collar switch up there. But yeah, unfortunately, it just falls short for a lot of very glaring issues.
Yeah.
Their away kit, I just think, is decent.
Yeah,
I like this very like muted, kind of like shade of blue they have going here. I don't know how to explain. It's kind of like a grayish blue. Yeah. I think it looks like, I don't know how to explain it other than like oddly vintage. And I'm not saying it looks like an old school kit. This just kind of feels vintagey. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I like it. No, it's good. I think it is decent. However, like the sponsor works better on this kit than the home kit. Monochromatic too, which is nice.
This
I actually might even put it in wear it out because I kind of like it that much.
I'm not willing to argue with that. It's a little plain, but I think it works. It's clean. This is also just like a note, and it is a personal thing. They gotta go win 10 more. I don't like the look of 2 stars. I feel like I need 3. I think I need 1, 2, 3. The 2 just feel like the 1 is good. The 2, I don't know, looks kind of awkward. I'm not knocking. 20 titles, incredible. Congratulations. You guys got to go win 10 more pretty quick because I'm not loving the 2 stars. Last kit of the evening, 24-25 third kit. This is dreadful.
Yeah, this is dreadful. I think when I saw this kit, it gave me I think is it inspired by the kit that we did in the beginning of this year?
Has to be.
I know that it doesn't seem like they reference it, but I think the design has to.
There's no way it's not, because it's this. They don't use this kind of specific shade of orange very often. Like this is like not as much of like that burnt orange as the other one. This is definitely like
this is a gold. This is university gold, like they say. I just don't like it. I just don't know I don't like these designs. It just doesn't work for me.
This is rubbish. So there we have it. They had a rough, like I'd say, last 10 years.
The end of the teens did not do interwell once the Pirelli sponsorship goes away.
This is a very impressive list, though. This might be one of the most impressive ones we've done to date so far. Like, there's a lot of decents. They have some of the most class kits. Some of the most they have a lot of greatness, and even their because the thing is, like, their entire decent section, this is, like, a area to note. Their entire decent section, I'd say aside from maybe 1 or 2 kits, is not teetering on the rubbish section. Like, it's just, like, a solid kit, which is, like, you can't say for a lot of them.
All the times we were saying if it was decent, it was always contrasting with it's close to wear it out. There was always something off that we just didn't feel about it. But no, this is an impressive list. This might be the most impressive one that we've done, and I had a feeling it would have been because, I mean, Inter kits are just iconic.
They definitely understand how to make their kits awesome and what not to. They don't get they get ambitious sometimes. Yeah. But I'd say for the most part they stick to their formula and it pays off in spades.
Also think about it, think of any other other big team that rocks the black and blue stripes. I personally can't think of any other big team that rocks the black and blue stripes.
Off the top of my head, I got none. I know they're out there, but
they're not as big as Inter.
Wesley Sneijder and Ronaldo Inter kit may be in my future at some point.
Well, that Ronaldo one's going to cost you a pretty penny.
Oh, good luck on that one. Wesley Sneijder might have better luck.
Sneijder might cost you $1.50, but that Ronaldo one costing you at least $3. I want that one with the dragon down the sleeve. I want it. That's the one I want. So, that's
all yours, baby.
Yeah. Anyways, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and get all the latest notifications for the Foolish Piece.
Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Cheers, my friends. Mwah.
See you guys.